And hello everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Nomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Nomadan. Good boy, let's get your name up there. I knew we were forgetting something. Been a few days, been busy helping my son move. But we are back and ready to get some more Lord of the Rings going and ready to get some more truck driving going too. So here we are. We were in the mustering cave. We were talking to Mundal. He was wanting us to head to the Marshwater Fort. There was a ranger at the Marshwater Fort who has not gotten into Amdir's way yet, but is possibly next in his path. That's the one I thought we were going to whenever we had to come find the mustering fort here. So we're going to do that. First, we're going to go take care of the two chieftains, go hand in these quests that we have here. Knickerbreaker, spiders, two chieftains. Did we have the veil? Nope, that's from down there at the Brigand's Watch. That's the one we have to go speak with the scout, so that's all done. Let me zoom back in again. Others are higher level. At the epic. And we got the housing, ballad. We're not up to the ballad level yet. So, yep, let's go hand those in, get those going. And then we'll come back and do the Marshwater Fort. Thankfully, one of y'all, Trotter, thank you, Trotter, for the heads up, informed us that the Yule Festival starts tomorrow. It will go from the 12th until like the end of the first week in January. So that is wonderful. Always my favorite one of the festivals. Now, we are going to work our way back through all the ruins and the marsh and all here. In fact, I think we may try circling around this way and hitting the road. I think that's the way we're going to do. See if we can circle around the marsh, hit the Great East Road, and come back into Bree that way. So, I will see y'all whenever we get back over there toward the Staddle area. So, I'll see y'all then. As y'all can see, we're actually heading for the tree up here, because we need to visit this camp. I forgot two of the quests that we're turning in are right up here. Neeker Friend and Spiders in the Midgewater are at the little camp that has the people at. There it is. Wrong tree. This tree over here. Two of them will be handing in there. One of them to get the key to the chest. The other to Etta Twiggins. Hello, Miss Etta.
What can I do for you?
She had spiders in the Midgewater, so let's look at it right quick. The Midgewater marshes hide many dangerous creatures, as you have seen, and I intend to make sure that all threats to the people of Staddle are addressed. I've heard the farmers complaining about finding a particularly deadly breed of spider crawling in their fields. It seems that their presence is focused somewhere between the old Midgewater Fort and the Woodsedge ruins in the marshes. They have overrun both those old ruins, and I worry what might happen if they decide to come to Staddle in greater numbers. I would appreciate it if you would lessen the threat by killing a few of those dreadful creatures and their queen. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying the word marshes this morning. I really am. Good for you, Nomadan. Without the Marsh Queen, it will be a long time before the spiders once again pose a threat to the town. Now that I'm satisfied that the menace of the Midgewater marshes has been overcome, I'll lend a hand to Redweed with those goblins. If the beastly things come too near to the town, I'll be sure and let you know, Nomadan. Let's see, Watcher's Axe. Let's see, I've got the hand axe, cut leaves, and dagger of the juggler. And both of those are actually a good deal better than the Watcher's Axe. So let's look at Reedy's hat, which is also not as good as that, but let's see what it looks like. Always want to see what it looks like. That's a damn fine hat too, but it's not as good as the witch's hat that we have. I like all these pointy witchy-like hats that we've got going on right now. So let's see. Reedy's hat is 1 in 12. The axe is 1 in 66. We will take that to sell it. Okay, completed that, and we've completed up everything with Etta right now. Now, Roderick Neeker Friend. Let's go ahead and look at your bestowal. Hello there. Enjoying a nice stroll through the marshes? I don't meet too many folk that can stand the smell, or the bugs, or the damp, so it's always nice to meet a kindred spirit. Say hello, Snicken. Who's a good boy then? The knickerbreaker in the cage responds only with an angry clicking sound. That wasn't nice, Snicken. I don't know what's gotten into you. He might be hungry. In fact, he might be wanting his favorite foods, sicklefly wings. If you kill a few of the greater sickleflies, you might find enough wings to satisfy Snicken. That would cheer him up. Well, we got a wing from a sicklefly. Okay. Those wings are just the kind that Snicken likes. You saved me some trouble hunting down those greater sickleflies. Now, here's a treat for you. I'll give you the key to my chest over there. I put all the treasures I find in the marshes in there. Maybe you'll find something you like. And the next time you take a pleasant stroll through the Midgewater marshes, stop by and say hello. Look what the nice folk brought you, Snicken. Here you go. Ouch, careful now, Snicken. Near on took my finger off. Oh, I don't mean to be in target lock-on mode. How did I go into target lock-off mode? I don't know which button I hit there while I was trying to push the C button. My chest covered with dirt and grime. Okay, and do I have a key? I do. Roderick's key. A key to Roderick Knickerbreaker's chest. Watcher's axe and Snicken's fang. Oh, we got Snicken's fang. Not really a fang from Roderick's pet, but named for him. Oh, that's nice. Let's see what's in the chest. Silver coins, amethyst, aged scrap of text, and some salves and essences. Okay. Well, not exactly what I was looking for. I was thinking maybe we'd find something else along the lines of quest or whatever, but that's fine. Let's head on into Staddle now. Now is the time I will be heading on over this way. Make our way back to Staddle and talk to Watcher Redweed. So now I will see y'all whenever... Now I'll see y'all whenever we return. Coming in on the town of Staddle. Still a very light rain falling, which is oddly enough echoing what's going on outside too. The only difference is outside I will soon be walking in it as well, but I'll be probably a little bit better protected from the rain than what I'm wearing here with my... Won't be wearing a bear on my head though. That right there is a sad thing. Let's talk to Redweed about the two chieftains.
Greetings.
Pull up it. It's been a while. We might be close to dealing the goblins a decisive blow, Nomadan. The only thing keeping them from fighting amongst themselves is their loyalty to the two chieftains that are rumored to lead them, Gurzstaz and Gurzrum. If you were able to slay these two chieftains, I think the goblins would fall to squabbling among themselves. Such squabbling would leave them unable to mount an attack on Staddle. The two chieftains will be fairly close together somewhere in the Goblin Hole ruins, so that each of them can keep an eye on the other. Be careful. Those chieftains will be the strongest of the lot. Indeed they shall be. You have done very well, Nomadan. Very well indeed. I reckon the goblins will be unable to mount an organized attack on the town without the leadership of those goblin chieftains. You have performed a great service for both men and hobbits, Nomadan, and I'm sure the town of Staddle is in your debt. Now, Bree must know of our, well, I suppose it is really your, great victory. So we're going to get Gurzbane. That's 11 vitality. Yeah, that might replace one of those bracelets, the golden bracelet maybe. Then we have Gurzstat's Doom, which we cannot use. And Gurzum's Demise, which is a cloak, 191 armor. Not as good as the Harbinger's cloak. Let's see, what does it look like? Just fairly normal cloak going on there. Speaking of which, I want to see the Harbinger's cloak. Is that one of those? That. Light armor 215. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the one that we were supposedly taking off every single time we got into battle, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, 191. That's getting closer. What other kind of cloak do we have? Because, yeah, I'm sure that there was a cloak that my poor addled mind was wanting to change into every single time that we were going to get into battle. Let's see, was it this one? Nope, that's purely cosmetic there. Most of the items that I have are cosmetic. I don't know. We'll have to look through it. And that is the hauberk of the hammerhand. That is a cosmetic item as well. I'll have to look through and see. We might have sold that one off. Might have sold that other cloak off whenever we were cleaning out some space or something. Anywho. Oh, there. Is it this one? Harbinger's cloak. Yep, I'm thinking that's the one we were switching in between. Anyway, no matter. We still need to finish you up, don't we? Let's get... I'm going to get that cloak just in case. And if I don't have another one, that'll be... If I don't have another one, that'll be the one I swap back. Try and intend to remember to swap back and forth whenever we're just running instead of combat. Report from Staddle. You see, the Watchers and I have been stationed in Staddle for only a short time to see to the defense of the little folk here. What with all the trouble we've heard Archit and Combe had, it seemed like a wise thing to defend Staddle, especially since its crops feed much of Breland. My superior, Second Watcher Heathstraw, should know of the victories, and that Staddle appears to be safe, at least for the moment. I dare not leave my post, though, so could I ask you to bring my report on to Second Watcher Heathstraw in Breetown? He will probably be near the Boar Fountain. Just head north up the road toward Combe and turn left at the signpost. All right, we can certainly do that. Let's head on up toward Combe and turn left at the signpost. I think we had a little flash of lightning just then. There seemed to be a flash of light in the air. Or on the walls. We don't actually have light in the game. Occasionally you see the light kind of the sky flicker a bit, the overcast part, but you see the light flicker on the ground here more than that. And we'll have to also see if we can read this report before we hand it over to the Chief Watcher also. This will give us a route. I see another ring coming up. Looks like Mr. Stout Thrush here has a quest for us. So it is a good thing we headed back to Breland. Healing Stones, quest level 9. Oh, we're getting it just before it goes out on us, aren't we? Leecher Cartwell in Combe has been wasting his healing stores on any rabble or riffraff that wander through his door. Now he expects me to fill his stores. It will cost him more than a few pennies this time, I can tell you that. Travel over to Brandy Hall in Buckland. Speak with a good-for-naught hobbit there by the name of Hodrick Bracegirdle. Get a crate of that oily salve he makes and bring it back to me. That salve should satisfy the leech. Not very nice fellow, is he? Collect a crate of oily salve from Hodrick Bracegirdle. That's over in Buckland, huh? Brandy Hall. Alrighty, we can do that. We're not earning experience, so we won't out-level it. Not a very nice gentleman, is he? I've got one word for you, my friend. One word indeed for you, villain. And you remember this. Schulfig. There. That should keep you good and confused. Let's head on down here and see if we can find the Second Watcher. Can't remember. Is he in Market Square near the fountain? Or is he up to the right at that little place near the Prancing Pony? I think he's like on a porch near the Prancing Pony up there, if I remember correctly. So he should be just past the gate. Just past these gates here. I think he's in that next building up there. So, before we get in his vision, let's look at the thing before he can see us. Captain Heathstraw, things go well in Staddle. The town has had to deal with minor threats from the Blackwolds, as you expected. But a more surprising threat was discovered in the marshes, goblins. Fortunately, thanks to the effort of this bearer of this note, this town is safe from the vile beast. The goblins appear to be led by two chieftains, Gerstaz and Gurzrum. These creatures, though, were defeated, and without the leadership, the remaining goblins are now scattering to the far corners of the marsh. At your service, Guard Redweed. Oh, very nice. Always read the notes. Ever since I saw Hamlet, or read Hamlet, with Morgenstern and Guildenstern, Guildenstern and Morgenstern, can't remember. Ever since I saw Hamlet and realized they had been given a swapped out note which led to their demise, discovered it was a good thing to always make sure that the note that you're carrying along is the note that you think you're carrying along. You're down here on the south part, across from the crafting hall, aren't you? Yep, I think you're down there. That's fine. We were still far enough to the north that you probably, yep, you had boxes and stuff. You probably couldn't see us reading it. Let's see, staring off that way. Yeah, you were looking at the healer's butt, weren't you? That's okay. Yep. Thank you, Miss Healer. Thank you for having such a nice butt. Distracting the second watcher away from me.
What do you need?
It's all right. I'm a butt man myself. Second watcher, Heatstraw. You bring word from the watchers in Staddle. Very good, very good. I'll take a look at that report, if you please. Ah, you bring good tidings. Goblins are a most unexpected threat, but it seems you dealt with them most expediently. And a good thing, too. My men are spread too thinly to defend against all the dangers that have been rising up lately. You have my thanks again. Perhaps you may find work here in Bree as well. Okay, very good. Now, we need to go get a crate of oily salve. Let's go see what we can do about him. And I think I am going to take the Middle Earth taxi to get over there to Buckland, meaning the stable ride, of course. So I will see y'all whenever we arrive over there at Buckland, and then we will come back over here and see what that ring is on the door of the Prancing Pony. Because it's been so long, it could be something we've seen before. It's been so long that I don't remember it. Looks like the rain has stopped, though, so we won't be riding a horse in the rain. I'll see y'all when we get to Buckland. We are arriving here in Buckland. About to ride up at the stable, just passing Crick Hollow. And we've passed at least one ring on the way that I noticed going through on the map. So once we finish over here at Buckland Hall, we'll have someplace else to travel. But in the meantime, let's go over here up to Brandy Hall and Buckland. See, there's one right over there, isn't there? Yep, I'm looking at one right over here. Are those the guys? Oh, those are the people that want you to go traveling into the old forest, aren't they? Yep, that's who they are. I don't know which one it is over there, so we'll have to go look at that one also. But let's see if we can find the one here that we need to collect the crate of Oily Salve from. And then I think we will be ending the episode there. Went out and looked, and we are already at about 18 minutes, so this will be finishing up for us. And do we see anything? He said near Brandy Hall. Did he not? This is Brandy Hall. Let's look at from Hadrick Bracegirdle. And where is Hadrick Bracegirdle? Lives on the forest side of Brandy Hall. Okay, so he lives around the corner over on this side. Just past all the crafting areas, I'm sure. Wonderful that they had all these crafting areas and stuff. I just wonder how much they got used. Even back in the day, I just wonder how much they got used. Because it's like, you know, did people actually travel around to this side? I know I used the forge over there a couple of times when I was in these parts and adventuring in the old forest there all those years ago, like 12, 13 years ago now. It was a wonderful time. But didn't spend a lot of time over there. Because even then, you just came through this part a little bit quick. None of these folks people were looking for. Hodrick Bracegirdle, you were one of these three. Okay. Healing Stores.
Can't a body be left alone?
What's that? Oh, that villain Stealth Rush. Yes, he is, isn't he? He's been demanding one thing or another of me ever since I lost that wager to him. I suppose I can spare some salve. I'll have to make more soon or I'll run out. Bring the crate of salve to Brunner Stoutthrush. Okay, so let's look at the crate of salve. Crate of oily salve. A crate filled with jars of an oily salve. Okay. And Hodrick's not too happy with him. Apparently he's lost a wager to him or something, and the guy's been treating him like dirt ever since. Well, there you go. Learn not to bet, you know. Gambling is bad. Gambling's bad for you kids. Don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. It's bad. All right, so there you go. That is going to end up our adventures today. Next time, we will be heading back over there, drop off that crate of salve. Plus, we're going to pick up whatever quests we have in this area that don't lead us into the Old Forest. We've done the Old Forest with what's her name, and I think it's under our level now, I believe. We'll have to take a look and see. It might still be our level, and it's not one of the areas that split, and technically it's not part of the Shire. It is part of Bree. So, or Bree land, maybe. So we may still do that. In fact, I think that it is one. I think, yeah, the places of the Dunedain, and I think the flowers of the Old Forest. So we may very well pick up these. We'll see. Anyway, I thank you for coming along. Nomadan thanks you too. Hope you've enjoyed it. Y'all have a good one, and we will see if we can't get a Narwhal made later today and get it up tonight or first thing in the morning. So we will see y'all then. Remember that Yule Fest starts tomorrow. I will be able to enjoy one day of it before I have to go back to work again. Sigh. So we will see y'all then. Have a good one, and bye-bye.